This is a quick introduction to the Sitecore Extranet Module. Once you've installed the package, if you could browse onto your Sitecore System Modules Extranet, you'll see on the tab here that there are new websites with an extranet. So the first thing you'll want to do is go into Start Menu, Security, Extranet, and Setup Wizard. First thing it'll ask you is which site, and there's only one in this system, so that makes it easy. Second is the branch that you want to create. So there's a bunch of account pages that you need to create in the login page, and all of these have the presentation set on them. You're going to want to be able to create your own branch with your own presentation, and to allow you to have multiple, one for each different type of site. The presentation is applied to the branch templates. There's actually on this login page also some security setup, which is a token role that gets replaced with the role that's created for this site. So I'm going to select this example. You can choose which languages you need the versions created into. And the login page is going to be remote, separate from the account management, and you can tell it here where you want in the tree created. So for me, I'm just going to select here. Any emails that get generated from registration or changing updated your password or something, you're going to want to be able to tell it what the email address is. So that's where you set it here, and the maximum number of times that a person can attempt to log in before it stops them. So hit next, and then build. And then when you finish, you'll notice that it pauses, and that's because the config file is being created, and that's restarting the app pool. And once that's kind of come back, refresh this extranet page, and you'll see here it gives you the information for the extranet that you've just created. Now you can browse up to the content tree, and you'll actually see these account pages here, and then the login page. And then underneath the login page, we're going to add a page just to demonstrate the extranet security. And I'm going to publish. And the last thing I need to do is to create a user. In order to support multiple extranets for multiple sites, you need to prefix all the users with the name of the site. This helps so that the user can't register on one site and then access other sites. In this case, the prefix is website _ and the user is just going to be test. The domain is extranet. You need to fill out the email and the password, and then add the extranet role that was created for the site, which is the website extranet. And with that, we can now test logging in. So we'll browse to the page that we've created, and you'll see that because the protection is kicked in, it's redirecting you back to the login page, but it's keeping the URL that it's going to forward you to after you successfully log in. So here I'm going to log in, and you'll see that it redirected me back. Now let's take a closer look at some of the other sublayouts. So this here is the navigation sublayout. And this is something you're going to want to be able to put onto the master page or in a global sublayout or layout somewhere so that it's on every page, so that users who are logged in can then log out. And they can also go and edit their information. So here they're able to go in and change the password or their email, and of course log out. On the login page you'll have forgot password and register buttons, and all of the text here that you're seeing on this these forms are all being pulled from content, which means that they're translatable so that you can bring them all into the language that you already have. And I'll show you where that content exists too. So again, under the Sitecore System Settings Modules is this form text, and these are all the error messages and labels for fields. Now these are all also provided through a form text utility provider, and you can override that and create your own in case you already have a dictionary built into your system and you would rather use that. You would just need to create your own provider and in the config change the class that that's coming from. One more thing I want to go through is the templates, the branch templates. So again, these pages here, they don't have any presentation or security set. They're just placeholders for what needs to be created for you. That will allow you to kind of inherit from your existing system, or modify the templates in the way that you need, and then create a branch that has the presentation set on it, and that branch is the one that will get stamped out for each site whenever you run the wizard. And like I said here, if you look, I want to show you this security role, this branch template extranet. It's going to look for that, and it's going to replace that account with the account that it creates for the site. So you'll need to apply that to the branch that you have as well, or the branch that you create for yourself. With that, now that you've seen it working, actually I'll go back to the settings because I want to show you that with the user it's actually telling you the user count as well. It's just kind of useful information. But when you're done and you want to remove it, you go to the security, extranet, and the remover. Select the site, and you have the option to remove the role and to remove the users with the extranet. Sometimes you may want to, sometimes you may not. So then you hit remove, you hit finish, and you'll see it again take a second because it's removed the include config, which is resetting the app pool. And now if I browse to the site, you'll see that it's been cleaned up. So that's it. Alright. Good luck.